What up, world? My name is David, and this is Let's Be Blunt. It's a new podcast experiment I want to try out. I'm just trying it right now on my phone, but I do plan on setting up a little podcast, and I hope my friends and my family and my people tune in, support your boy. I'm trying to do something else in my life. I'm not trying to be a truck driver forever, but without further ado, let's get on to it. So, Let's Be Blunt really is a show kind of like, it's just kind of like a gumbo. It's got everything in it, you know. I don't really focus on any solo particular topic. I talk about whatever is the topic of the day or whatever's going on in you know, so-called media. Talk about politics. I talk about, you know, whatever, conspiracy theories, all that jazz. You know, but today I want to start out with you know, something a little more closer to home. So I'm a truck driver, and obviously I mentioned that earlier, but I'm a truck driver, and I'm a Phase 1 trainer for, I'm not going to reveal the company I work for because I don't want to catch any beef with them, but let's just say I'm a trainer. I train rookie drivers, and you know, doing my job every now and then, it can be very rewarding. You get a guy who comes here with little to no talent, and you know, a month later, these guys are back in the truck driving down the highway by themselves, and it's really rewarding when you could, you know, teach somebody how to fish. Because I was taught how to fish, so the only thing to return the favor is teaching other people how to fish. Not to mention making a little side money at the same time, but I do enjoy teaching, and but you know, teaching comes with it, the good and the bad. Every now and then you run into a rewarding student, and every now and then you run into a blockhead. And for the past, I'd say 4 or 5 days, I had a blockhead on the truck. And finally today, you know, it borderline got kind of sort of violent. Not really, but it got kind of, you know, with a little bit of friction. But, you know, guy's off the truck. He's trying to figure out how to get home. I don't really care how he's going to get home. I just wanted him off my truck. But it's real difficult because I spent, you know, 4 or 5 days physically instructing and talking and explaining and long, drawn-out explanations, and nothing stuck. It was just as if the first day he got on the truck, the same skills he walked in with day 1, you know, day 5, the same skills he walked off the truck with. He didn't get better at all, and that's real frustrating for a trainer. It's almost like, you know, you just want to quit. You're just like, you know what, like, fuck it. But you know, I'm glad he's off the truck. I mean, we kind of had, you know, a situation this afternoon where he actually decided to try to throw me and, in fact, the company under the bus, where, you know, we were talking to a safety evaluator, and the safety evaluator gave him a test, took him on the road, gave him a road eval, and obviously he failed. And, you know, the safety instructor, you know, was talking to him about what his options were, and obviously the student didn't like his options, and so he decided to say, well, this is a waste of my time. You know, the company, the company wasted my time. Your trainer wasted my time. This is all a waste of my time. I want to go home. And so we both looked at each other, and we were like, you know, the safety instructor and I both looked at each other like, well, wait a minute, like, nobody asked you to come to us. You came to us. You filled out an application. You got on a Greyhound bus. You stayed at a hotel for 2.5 weeks and waited for a trainer. You did all this stuff. So nobody wasted your time. You wasted your own time. So, I mean, that was pretty much that. And, you know, just the fact that he decided to, you know, try to throw me under the bus as if I wasn't training him and all I did was sleep. And I was just like, wow, really? So it was funny, because we were like, you know, the meeting was done. He basically got fired from the company, and we're walking back to the truck, and he gets in the truck and he slams my door, and I say, hey, You know, you all right? You want to calm down? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, well, you just slammed my door. And he's like, no, I don't slam door. Your door's fine. My door's fine? I was like, look, I don't appreciate what you said in there about me not training you when you know very well I spent days trying to coach you and you're basically uncoachable. So, and he's like, no, I don't appreciate training. I don't. And I was like, all right, well, you know what? Stop. Let me stop you right there. Grab your things, get off my truck, and go wait in the terminal. Go wait in the terminal for your bus. And he's like, no, I don't have to get off. I stay here and wait. I was like, no, you have to get off now. You know, I'm not a company driver. I'm a lease operator, which means I pay for this truck at the end of the week. So this is mine. So you're getting off right now. I said, you got two options. You can get off or you can be thrown off. Whichever you want to do. He said, no, you don't touch me. I was like, I don't want to touch you, but I'm asking you to get off my truck. I'm asking you nicely. The next stage would be either to call the police or to drag you off my truck. I don't want to get to that point, so gather your things. Please leave my vehicle. He decides he wants to make a phone call. He makes a phone call. After the phone call was made, I guess to the company, the company told him, yeah, you need to get off his truck before, you know, things escalate. And yeah, he got off the truck. You know, I tossed his bags at him, and he was like, you know, I guess he tried to say something. I shut the door, and yeah, I told him, you know, I just kind of like waved him off, like, leave. You know, like, I'm done. I'm done with you. You can't talk shit to a person and then expect to, you know, try to mull them over like, hey, we're still friends, right? Like, no, dude, you just try to throw me under the bus, you know, to the company, so to speak. No, dude, you are a piece of shit person, and, you know, leave. So that's kind of like my beef for the day. Like, to summarize, my beef for the day is not everybody is meant to be a truck driver. And what I mean by that is you have a lot of guys out here that are watching commercials, internet, you know, flyers, whatever. Somebody tells them, hey man, you should be a truck driver. They make a lot of money. And yeah, you know, to be honest with you, the trucking industry isn't what it used to be. But, you know, there's still a little bit of money to be made. I mean, you know, average guy is taking home between like $800 to $1,600 a week. You know, that works for a company. Now, obviously, if you own your own truck and you are your own entity, you probably make a hell of a lot more, but then you got a lot more responsibility. So I really won't get into those kinds of details, but there's money to be made out here. Like, you got some guys that are averaging about $1,500, you know, $1,000 a week, and for someone not having a college degree, that's not bad money. It's really not. And so yeah, that usually entices people to come out here and try their luck and try to see if they can do it. And my message is, I really want you to think of people who are thinking about doing this. I really want you to think about this really long and hard, because even though this job on the outside seems really easy, like all I have to do is drive, as you know, as you can see right now, I'm currently driving, and but right now, what you don't see is that I have a splitting headache from this side of my head going down to my shoulder, to my neck, and my mid-back. And that's because I've only slept like 3 hours. Last night I only just slept 3 hours. So it's rough. It's seriously rough. And right now, the load that I have is due, you know, up in Fort Worth at 8 a.m. So I technically have to drive all night to make sure I get this load there on time. Because if you don't get the load there on time, you know, then the company starts, you know, they get a, you know, they can't really get upset, but you kind of get blackballed. But, you know, yeah, that's another topic for another day. But you got to get the load there. That's you know, the main thing about our thing, you know, about being a truck driver is you got to get it there. You know, hurry up, get it there. And then once you get it there, hurry up and wait. But yeah, there's some money to be made out here, but you also got to bring, you know, a little bit of intelligence to the plate. Like if you don't have intelligence, you don't have common sense, please don't come out here. Please take, you know, what you have, take it somewhere else. Go get a local job, you know, go work at Sears, go work at Kmart, Walmart, Target, Home Depot. Go get one of those jobs, get 2 of those jobs, get a girlfriend, get her to get a job, you know, you guys work together. Like, you know, live your life there. Don't try to come out here and louse it up for the other truck drivers that are trying to make an honest living out here, because that's what's going on with our industry right now. Is that we have so many so many, you know, wannabes or, you know, anybody's that want to come out here and try to make a quick buck, and a lot of these guys, they're not safe. They end up wrecking a truck. They end up, you know, costing companies hundreds and thousands of dollars. And what they end up doing is, you know, Big Brother government starts, you know, bowing down on us, you know, more regulations, more rules. And it's because we have crappy drivers that are making, you know, horrendous mistakes, and drivers like me have to pay for it. You know, I'm not saying I'm a phenomenal driver. I make a shitload of mistakes, but above my mistakes, I try to be as safe as possible. That's my main concern while I drive every day, is I want to get home to my wife and kids. So, again, that's really my beef for today. Is I don't think the trucking industry needs any more garbage drivers. And you know, it's hard to admit if you're a piece of shit, but you know, you gotta look at your life. And if you're 30 years old and you really haven't gone anywhere, you haven't really accomplished anything in your life, I'm not saying you're a piece of shit, but really look at your life and, you know, be real with yourself. You don't want to call yourself a piece of shit, don't call yourself a piece of shit. But consider the fact that if you still live at home with your parents and you don't have a car and you work less than 20 hours a week, man, you're a piece of shit. Sorry to say it, you know. You need to get your shit right. Go to school, you know. Do something. I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty much my beef for today. I'm going to try to do more of these. Hopefully I can develop some sort of like fan base and, you know, do something with this. But, you know, I've kind of always had a thing. I've always wanted like to kind of have like a radio show, or, you know, just kind of like be able to speak my mind and have like my friends and people just to come in, talk their points of views out and debate, and just you know, not like your average show where, you know, like say like the Tonight Show. When you watch the Tonight Show, like the fact that that show is so structured, like, you know, you'll have a famous, you know, actor come in there and they'll talk to them about 5 minutes about gardening and just stupid shit. Like, that's not a talk show. That's a piece of shit. And it's TV like that it's ruined TV. It's watered it down. It's garbage. You know, we need more shows like, you know, like the Joe Rogan Experience. I love that show. Shout out to Joe Rogan. You know, just other shows where they talk about politics. They talk about, you know, things that are going on in the government. They talk about the environment. They talk about, you know, just things that matter, not, you know, Kanye West and, you know, or Jay-Z or the Kardashians, or, you know, just like, that's all. I mean, that's great to talk about that, you know, for a small amount of time, but you can't base an entire show around that. And if you do, then that's crap TV. For example, you know, a show like TMZ, I'm not sure how this show became popular. I really don't know. Because, you know, and I'm not bashing them because they have their, you know, that's their form of reporting, but that's not news. That's just a bunch of celebrity horse shit. And honestly, at the end of the day, they don't know I exist. And why should I care what happens in their lives? It really shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. It should matter what the heck's going on in my life. You know. Again, that's it. Let me know what you think. Be nice. Again, my name is David. This is Let's Be Blunt. Got it. Love.